worlds where dreams collide. Sarah's voice, a gentle guide through the realms of time and space. She takes us to a sacred place.
What's
I was afraid it was going to take me here.
Tell me more.
There's a war. And everybody's running, screaming. And there are explosions everywhere, and everything is brown, muddy.
I see. So there's explosions everywhere and people are running around. What else do you see?
Ground is... There's war everywhere. It looks like a world war, maybe. Based on what everybody's wearing.
What'd you say?
It maybe a world war. It feels like maybe the 30s.
Mm-hmm. And if you look down at your feet, do you see feet there by any chance?
Yeah, my boots are sticking in the mud.
What do they look like? How would you describe your boots?
They're brown, laced up, mid-shin. They're really thick, chunky bottoms, like treads are thicker and they're deep.
Look at the rest of your body. What are you wearing on your body?
I can't tell if it's gray or brown. Like my pants, and my pants kind of like puffed out a little bit. They're not form-fitting.
What do they feel like if you touch your pants?
They're rough.
What about your hands? Oh, go ahead.
My hands are bare. There's nothing on my hands.
And
my hands are broad and calloused.
I see. And if you focus in on yourself, do you feel masculine or feminine?
I feel masculine.
Do you notice if you're wearing anything on your head by any chance or no?
Yeah, I'm wearing a helmet.
I see. And do you feel young or old?
I feel old, but not physically.
Okay. I see.
I feel like I'm probably in a younger body. But mentally, I don't feel young.
Well, that's interesting. And so you see lots of destruction, lots of chaos. The ground is brown. Can you tell me more about the ground? What do you notice?
It's uneven, just mud, like thick mud. Like it's hard to move. It's hard to walk. There are ditches. So much going on. There's so much explosions and people like flying through the, like there's a guy that flew through the air from an explosion.
I see. Wow. What do the other people around you look like? Do you see any other people aside from that one guy?
They look like me.
If you look at your outfit, do you see any names on it?
S-O. S-O and vowel and Sloan.
Okay. I see. And what are the sounds that you hear there? You said you hear explosions. You saw guys flying through the air.
Screaming, yelling instructions, like not necessarily screaming from the explosions, but it's more like orders being yelled out.
Wow. I see. And is there anything else that looks important about this scene as you look around?
Tank. It's not active though. It's not doing anything. It's just sitting there.
What is not
A
active?
tank. A
Oh.
tank.
Tell me about this tank. Does it have any words on it, or what do you notice about it?
It's like a grayish green color. It has like a smooth, rounded top to it, like a dome. And then the body of it is like a rectangle. I think the guys inside are hurt. I think they died.
Oh, I see. Okay. What happens next? What do you do? What are you doing there?
I think I'm not even sure. I think that's kind of what's hitting me.
Oh,
I don't know why I'm even there.
I see. I see. Let's find out what happened before you got there. Let's leave that scene and move back in time to an earlier memory in that same lifetime. Just moving back in time a little bit to an earlier memory in that same lifetime and be there now. What do you notice now?
Oh, I've seen her before. I'm at the train station
Uh-huh.
and I'm saying goodbye. She has hairspray in her blonde curls, and I can smell the hairspray.
What does it smell like?
I don't know. It smells nice. It just don't have anything to compare it to.
And tell me about her curls. Tell me about this woman that you're saying goodbye to. What does she look like? How would you describe her?
She's so cute. She's so much shorter than me. She has these perfect blonde little ringlets hanging out from under her hat. She's wearing like a tweed hat and maybe beret of some sort. And she's wearing a jacket because it's very cold out, as a coat and a skirt and a pair of heels, but they're not very high. Black heels with maybe like less than an inch of a heel on them.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel as you wave goodbye to her?
And that's the last thing so good.
Tell me more.
I want to come back, but I don't know that I will.
How does that feel?
Devastating.
What happens when you get on this train? Tell me about the train. What do you notice?
I can smell there's steam coming off of the train. There's whistling, like not like a train whistle, but maybe like the gears or the brakes or something are screeching.
Tell me more. What else?
Just like clanking around. Like lots of sounds, lots of people shouting and talking. And things being moved around. There's a lot going on.
How do you feel?
Fearful. Really afraid. Really afraid.
You're really afraid. Tell me about this.
I don't understand. Bigger picture. I don't understand why I even have to get on this train. I don't understand why I have to give up the life that I have. And I don't understand why I have to go to this place that I know is going to be so much pain and so much darkness.
I see. Wow. Tell me more about the life you were living. What is this life? What was this life like? Tell me about it.
Oh, I think I knew her for a long time. I think I knew her for a long time, but like as someone you see in passing, or someone that maybe went to the same church as me. But I didn't really know very well. I think we were just starting to get to know each other really well.
Tell me about that. How did you just start to get to know each other?
I think I was too shy.
I see.
I think I
What?
did know her from church. I think she did music at church, piano.
Oh, tell me about your church.
It has a big organ in it. And I think she played that organ. And she has such little hands. I don't know how she did it.
She has little hands. And what about you?
Oh, I have long fingers.
What did you do in church?
I think I just sat there quietly. Had a crush on the piano girl.
How did you end up getting together? What happened?
I think she got brave. Oh, there's tea.
Tea?
There are others there. Like we're drinking tea. Maybe or someplace not at church. And there are other people there, like maybe older women of the church were there. Maybe this was like a Bible study group, or I just feel like there's like a cafe and we're all meeting up for something. And I don't know if they did it on purpose, kind of sat us by ourselves so that we would start talking.
Do you see what you order? Like, can you see more about the cafe?
I think I got peppermint.
Peppermint what?
Tea.
Oh.
And I feel like it's such a boring choice, but I'm like, it's loose leaf.
What did she get?
She got, is it Earl Grey? It's black tea, some kind of black tea.
What kind of cups do you guys have?
They're little. They're little and they're ornate, and they have a gold rim with, well, mine has like roses on it, like painted roses on it, and it matches the saucer that it's sitting in. Hers has blue flowers on it.
If you look at, oh, interesting. What is she wearing? Can you see what she's wearing?
And she's wearing a hat again. I think she must like hats.
Oh,
Yeah, she's wearing a white dress that has lots of layers, and it's flowy. Also floral, blue flowers, but a different kind of blue flower than what's on her cup. Her necklace. There's something important about them. Oh, it's a locket.
oh.
She's wearing a locket necklace, and it's important to her.
Tell me about this cafe. If you look around, do you see any signs on it?
I see a window, like we're kind of by the window. Like the table is next to the window, but the other people we're with are sitting on the window side of it. The door is behind me. It's not English. French, I think.
Oh, okay. It looks French.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What else do you notice about it? What are the people like? The people, what are they dressed like that are in the cafe?
Well, the ladies I'm with are dressed like old church ladies.
Okay.
The other people, I feel like there's only one kid in the cafe, a very well-mannered child. The rest are adults. They're not really dressed like us, though.
They're not?
No.
What does it look like they're wearing?
They're much more casual. I see a pair of trousers that are like a man, like pleated high-waist trousers with a belt.
Mm-hmm.
And some shoes that I think would be considered dress shoes, but not to him.
I see. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing gray slacks. She's wearing Oxfords. I'm dressed up.
I see. And can you leave that scene and go to where you live in this place at this time and be there now and tell me about it? Where do you live?
I live in an apartment. It's second story. I have a neighbor below me, and there's like cast iron or wrought iron railed stairs on the left-hand side of the building that kind of go up into my unit. There's space above me, but I don't think anybody lives up there. It might be attic space. But the walls are like stucco.
Uh-huh. Do you have any
It's just a little place.
Do you have a window there? Can you see outside your window?
Yeah, the window is where my table is, and it looks out onto the street. And it's the same if I'm facing the building from the street. I can see the window, and then the stairs are on the left-hand side.
Oh, okay, I see. What does the street look like from your window?
It's cobblestone.
Okay. And do you see any people?
Sidewalk isn't. Yeah, it seems to be a busy area. There's cars, but is that a car? It has really big wheels on it. It's an old gold car.
What color is it?
Brown, like a rusty color.
Okay. How do you spend your time in this apartment?
I think I read a lot. I read the newspaper. There's a newspaper on my table.
And how did you find out you had to go to this war? Do you get a sense? How did that happen?
I was talking to somebody, another man. I think I was at work, and I found out the news from another man who also had to go. And I don't know if there was a formal thing. I think there probably was later, but that's the moment the fear set in.
Tell me more about this. So you just find out, what did this other man say to you?
Kind of factory of some sort. It's so loud and it's really hot. And there's like a furnace of some sort. And he feels so heavy. Like he's so sad. And he doesn't even know how to say it. And he didn't know I didn't know. He thought I already knew. And he came to talk to me to commiserate. And that's how I found out, was from him. And I'm just kind of shocked. I just don't, it's like all other thoughts leave my head, like everything left my head. And I'm just standing there. He's still talking, but I can't hear him at this point.
So everyone has to go? Is that essentially what you find out? I mean,
I don't think everybody, I feel like it was an age.
oh.
Or maybe particular sectors of, like maybe geographic regions and ages for both a role.
Wow. What do you do after you find this out?
I think I finished my work day, but I wasn't mentally there.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty heavily disassociated.
Mm-hmm.
And I slowly walked back to my apartment. And the stairs feel so heavy. Each step feels like I have lead on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I just sit at the table.
Tell me more.
It's very numb. It just feels very, very numb. Like I knew that this was possible, but I didn't believe it would be. I didn't think it was going to happen. I had so many good things. I wasn't ready to give it up.
Mm-hmm. So what happens next?
There's an older couple I'm talking to. They feel like family, but not biological. biologically. I don't know if like adopted grandparents or something.
Oh, okay, but they don't feel biological to you?
No.
How do they react?
The woman is just kind of, she has a look of concern on her face, but she's there just being supportive, and she has her hands around her husband's arm, and he's talking to me. He's talking me through it, trying to say things that will make me feel better or will ease everything for me.
Does it help?
I think he had some life experience with maybe not this, but something, like he had been through something rough and he was helping to give encouragement.
I see.
He talks with his hands a lot, and it's making it hard for his wife to hold on to his arm.
What happens after he talks to you?
I just go to bed. I'm not sleeping. I'm just staring at the ceiling. I'm wearing my boots in my bed.
You're wearing your boots in your bed?
My shoes. I must not have cared.
Wow. Tell me more.
I think there's a sense of acceptance from this point. I think there's a feeling of this is the honorable thing, that I can justify it because I'm doing what's honorable. And I have some things to finish up. And I seem to just go through the list of things that I need to do pretty calmly. It's not really emotionally charged. It's just what needs to be done.
I see. What happens next?
I think it's the train is where it really hits me. That's when I don't care about doing what's honorable. I don't want to go.
Yeah. Wow. So after you get on the train, where do you arrive first?
There's lots of crates stacked really high, and people are shouting and moving things around. I don't know where I am. You can see, I'm just trying to zoom out to see where I am. I think I'm on like a peninsula. Yeah, I feel like it's I'm not on the coast, but if I were to travel, I would be on the coast pretty quickly.
Okay.
I don't see any big machinery here. I see a lot of tents.
A lot of tents. Tell me about that.
They're like light tanned, just kind of nothing really sophisticated, but they're big enough to stand up in. Um,
What happens when you get off the train?
I'm yelled at and told to, I'm like directed somewhere. They're so mean.
Wow.
I'm told to go over somewhere, I think for a vaccine.
Uh-huh.
I think I'm standing in a line of other men, and I think they're giving a vaccine in the arm.
Mhm. Tell me more.
It's just a lot of shouting directions. Go here, go there, do that, put this up,
Mhm.
clean that.
See? What is it like where you sleep there?
A cot. It's in one of the tents. It's bare ground. It's dirty, but it's not like the thick mud.
What are the other men like there?
I think they're in the same boat as me. No one's really talking. We're all just kind of shocked that we're even here. Everyone's kind of quiet and just doing what they're told.
Can you see anybody else there? Do you see anybody's, like what their names are on their coats?
Hamilton, he's the big guy. He has like strawberry blonde hair, really broad shoulders, really tall.
Mhm. What is he like?
Pretty boring. Um, just very, just very dry. He doesn't really have. He's not showing too much of personality right now.
I see. Hmm.
I think he thinks he's telling jokes though.
I see.
You're not really.
Is there anything else that you notice there that looks important or interesting?
In another tent, there's a table with some papers on it. I'm in Europe.
What makes you say that?
The map, I can see Spain, Portugal, but they're not talking about Spain and Portugal. It's further west or east.
What are they talking about?
It's showing directions, and they're discussing movements and just plans of where things are going to be moved and shipped and where soldiers are going to be moved to.
What does that mean for you? Where do you have to go? Do you get a sense? Do you see?
I just keep seeing a plane. But
A plane?
yeah, but that doesn't have to. Maybe they're talking about flights.
Oh, okay. And on the map, where does it look like you have to go?
They're going from west to east, so further in. Um, France, Germany, but south of that a little bit too. They're going all over the map.
Okay.
They briefly pointed above, but the majority of their focus is staying in that region, like in the middle of Europe.
Okay. And what happens next?
For whatever reason, I don't know if either I'm not supposed to be there or they don't know, or I just kind of dismiss it. Like I just walk away.
Uh-huh.
Like I'm not inside the tent.
Oh, okay. I see. Where do you go next after this?
I think I got a mess. I think we're eating, but it's not good.
Really? What does it taste like?
It's not it's like they just kind of hand it to you and tell you to go away. It's not like a table or certainly not a cafe.
Okay. What kind of food does...
It's like wrapped and it's like nutty. It's like a whole bunch of things just kind of smushed into a cake.
Oh. What does it taste like?
The dirt. Very earthy, like some bits are crunchy. It's just really bland, but it feels very heavy, like in my stomach.
Oh.
Like it's definitely going to do the trick for a while. It just doesn't taste very good.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So after you eat, what happens?
And you just lay there stressing out.
Do you have a blanket or a pillow or none of those things?
I think it's underneath of me. I think it's cold, but there's just too much adrenaline that I'm not really feeling it. I'm laying on top of it. It's very coarse, like wool.
I see. What happens next?
I'm moving again. I'm not by train. How are we moving? Kind of like an envoy. Like there are some machines, or there's something carrying some of the stuff, but I feel like it's all disjointed. It's not as a group or all together. It's like kind of scattered and messy.
Oh, okay. So you're being carried somewhere and then your stuff is sort of like carried separately?
Yeah, I don't know if just some people are going in different directions, and I feel like some people are walking, but not all the time. It feels like a journey that has a lot of different legs to it.
What about you?
I think I ought to walk for part of it, but I feel like I'm not supposed to. I feel like I'm
Oh,
just doing it because it's helping me feel better by walking.
Tell me about your walk. What do you see and how does that feel?
My feet hurt already, which I'm not excited about. But I'd rather be out walking than stuck in with those guys.
And do you walk with anyone else that you notice?
No, I'm by myself.
Oh, wow.
I think there are others walking. I think this is maybe a resting point or something. I don't know why we're moving slower at this spot that I have the option to walk.
Oh, okay. So if you fast forward that and arrive at where you're supposed to arrive, what does that place look like?
I'm seeing a lot of gray. There are taller buildings. It's kind of rainy.
What do these buildings look like?
They're tall, but not like skyscrapers, just maybe towers. Oh, they're towers.
Oh, okay.
And there's windows in them. I just keep seeing one that's shaped really weird.
Tell me about it.
It's like shaped like a bullet or something, like a really tall, but it's a building. But it's shaped like a dome kind of. It's really bizarre looking.
How would you describe it?
It's just kind of like cylindrical and then like bullet shaped at the top, and it's tall and it's gray, but not quite metallic. I don't know.
So interesting. And so once you get there, what do you do?
Mm. I'm not seeing that.
So this gray metallic building, what else do you notice about it?
I don't know if you go inside of it or not. I don't know what it is. I'm starting to think it's maybe not a building.
Oh, tell me about that. What makes you think it might not be a building?
I think I thought it was before because of the size. But it's like kind of at an angle.
I see. What do you feel like it is?
I feel like it's not good, but I don't know what it could possibly be used for. I don't know what purpose it could serve. But it feels critical.
Interesting.
Feels like it has to do with weaponry of some sort.
I see. Anything else interesting about this?
I see little square, like it almost would have looked like windows or something, but there's like little square holes that kind of go around it. I don't know. I think I thought they might have been windows at first, but
Oh, interesting. All right, let's move ahead in time in that same lifetime now to where something important is happening and be there now. What do you notice now?
oh, I did make it. Oh, I'm old.
Oh my gosh, tell me about this.
I didn't think I was going to do that. I didn't think I was going to make it. Wearing a tweed jacket. It's very smart. I like tweed.
You're wearing a tweed jacket? Tell me about this.
Yeah. It's brown. And I have a beard. And it's white. And I have hair, good for me.
Oh. And what about your where do you live? Go ahead, sorry.
I'm again living somewhere that's a little up. But I don't think it's like my apartment like before. I think I'm just happy. I think there's like a moment of closure or peace or something. And again, I'm sitting up at a table by a window with a newspaper, but it's not my apartment. It's somewhere nicer.
Wonderful. Tell me more. So, to get a sense what happened?
So I think I came back and none of the people I knew or loved were accessible anymore. I
What
don't know
happened?
if I was just in a different region from them or something happened to them. I don't know, but it was really hard after I got back.
Tell me about this. What did you do after you got back?
It was the most devastating, lonely feeling. Like everything I knew was not the same. Everything was different. It's like
Tell me,
starting all over again.
why was everything so different? Do you get a sense?
Oh, my hometown wasn't destroyed by war. Like there wasn't explosions or bombings or shootings, but I feel like there was still a soldier presence there, and things shifted because of something else that happened there. And I didn't go back there. I am in a different spot.
Oh, and do you get what happened to your hometown?
I just see people being moved, like people being pushed out and like bullied.
Did you ever find out what happened to that woman with the curls?
I was definitely resisting going there. I think she was okay. I think things were really hard for her. I can see her being in a lot lot of fear. She's like cowering down somewhere. I can't see where she's at. Someone's like yelling at her. I think that was the worst. I think she was moved, but I think she got out. I think she got out of that area. I feel like she left Europe entirely.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it was hard for her, but she got out.
And do you get a sense why you didn't meet back up with her?
I think she'd started a new life. I think I'm happy for her. I'm glad that I'm really happy that she was able to find some kind of normalcy.
What about you? So you switched regions? Do you get a sense where you ended up?
Further east from where we were.
See?
I don't think I married again. I don't think I pursued anybody after that.
And how do you spend the rest of your life? Do you get a sense about it?
I think it was a lot of just struggles with. I spent a lot of time coming to terms with everything that happened, feeling like I had been robbed of a life for somebody else's problems or their own ego, their own anger, their own rage that had nothing to do with me.
Do you get a sense? Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I just felt so angry, so alone, so broken. Like, not someone that should be with somebody else. And I think I wandered around a lot trying to find some place that felt safe and like home, but nothing would feel like that because that was inside of me and not something that was on the outside. And I spent the rest of my life trying to find that.
Let's move ahead in time in that same lifetime to the last moment of that life. And be there now. How did you pass from that life?
Peacefully. I am in a bed. And there's somebody there. There's a young girl there. Kind of feels like a daughter, granddaughter, but not biologically. Just someone who was being nice to me in my last moments. She was very good to me and took care of me. And I think that level of kindness from somebody who didn't have to give it to you was really a beautiful way to pass.
Tell me more about your passing. What do you notice about it?
I'm in a bed and there's it's kind of like a wrought iron bed frame, but it's white. I think it was heart issues. I think I had a heart condition, but I was just very old. And it was just time for me anyway.
What was it like for your soul to leave that body?
Oh, a lot lighter.
What's the first thing you notice?
The beauty of it. In the body, it was so hard and it hurt a lot. But looking down, looking back at it, it was beautiful to have experienced that kind of love in those different aspects and to truly explore like what it means to find your way when things have been, to be able to dive into the absolute scariest places and still dig your way out and find beauty at the end and find a reason to be happy.
Amazing. Now that you're on the other side of that lifetime, do you see now from a different perspective what the purpose or the lesson that you were trying to learn in that lifetime was? Can you see this now?
Yeah. I think it's just that. That even though things were hard, things were terrible, that there's a balance. The brightest light casts the darkest shadow.
Beautiful. Now, can I please speak directly with your higher self? Can I please speak to the part of you that knows everything about you? Can I please speak with Jennifer's higher self now, please?
Yes.
Why did you show her that lifetime? What did you want her to see?
Because this is a similar frequency to what she's experiencing in her current lifetime. It's very different and it looks very different. And even though there are differences, the way it played out in that life, there are other nuances to it that are significant in this life as well, in addition to the overall theme of moving from darkness to light. And in this current life, there was a lot of turmoil, particularly around male relationships. And that how things have been is not how they have to be moving forward. And that she gets to experience the dark so that she can fully appreciate the light.
Okay, well, how can she fully learn the lessons that she's supposed to learn in this life so that she can really experience the light? Or is it as simple as it will be, light from now on? I mean, are there any lessons that she needs to really fully understand first? Or is that lesson over?
I think she still needs to move through is the body's response. If she can focus on the moments that she's had where she was tuned into the frequency of what it is that she's wanting, if she can focus on that instead of focusing on the parts that she didn't enjoy, then it would be easier for her to move into the more joyful aspects of her future.
Can you explain how you want her to tune into this frequency of what she wants to experience? How exactly is she supposed to do that?
She understands this. She calls them her tuning fork moments. The moments that she notices that, oh, this is what this feels like. I would like to hold on to that.
Okay, so you want her just to hold on? Is that what you want her to do? Like hold on to those moments?
Put her energy into those. She can shift her emotions into the frequencies that she prefers. She can do that, and she should focus on that.
Okay, and is she aware of how to do that? Or is there anything more about this you want to tell her?
Yeah, she's aware of how to do it. She just gets caught up a lot.
What happens to her? What do you mean she gets caught up?
She will feel a trigger, and she does good with feeling it in her body and allowing it to move through. But then she'll go right back into continuing to think about it and continuing to focus on it instead of letting it rest. She'll let it cycle through instead of fully letting it pass through, and then maybe enjoying something of a higher frequency, like reading or art or anything that she knows is self-care. Sometimes she will fixate on the negative thing.
Okay, so what advice do you want to give her about this?
Just continue to do what you're doing with allowing it to move out of the body, because there are going to continue to be moments that come up that just need to be moved through as different layers of each of these things are shed. But focus more on the light things. Focus more on the cute animal photos that she has saved in her phone. Whenever she feels like she's getting in one of those mental loops, give her brain a new job to do.
Okay, all right. And how is she doing with this right now? You said sometimes she gets caught up, but is there any other advice you want to give her about this?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. Well, why has she had so much negative, why has she been around so many negative men? I mean, I know you said that there's like great things coming for her and these light, but she learned everything she needed to learn from the negative men in her life.
There are a few more things that need to be tweaked, but it is nothing like what has come before. Just smaller lessons.
Like what?
Communication. Even she struggles speaking her needs. It feels like pain to her when she has to, particularly if she knows it's going to rub up against what the other person appears to want, but not necessarily does. So there will be some more lessons with that.
Well, how can she overcome this lesson? Like, how should she go about this, speaking her needs? Do you have any advice?
Being more comfortable with the discomfort. It's painful at first, but the more you do it, the more comfortable it becomes.
Okay, wonderful. All right. Um, okay, so what about a future partner? I mean, how can she not feel fear when it comes to a future partner when all the men have been um, very difficult in her life, even the ones that appeared to be wonderful in the beginning?
Stop doubting herself. She'll have a feeling that something might not be right or that something isn't sitting right. But then if something happens shortly after that seems positive, she'll completely disregard that earlier feeling that she had. She needs to pay more attention to that and honor it.
Well, were there any red flags when she was with her exes?
Yes. There was a red flag. I wouldn't say red flag. There was a feeling of unsettledness in her stomach with even the most recent gentleman that she's speaking to. And that doesn't mean that he's bad. It doesn't mean that he's harmful. It just means that he might not be right for her.
Okay. Well, is there any really obvious sign you can give her when she meets someone that he's right for her? Can you show her what the sign will be like in her body right now?
A red tulip.
Okay. All right. So a red tulip. If she talks with that other man that she's been talking to, is this beneficial or not?
Yes, it's beneficial. There is a friendship, and there is things that there are energies that get to be exchanged with this individual that wouldn't be otherwise exchanged with a typical friendship. This person is also doing the work. So their journeys are, for the time being, running a little parallel. So there are lessons to be learned both ways.
Okay, wonderful. Okay. Could you tell me more about her dad? Was there an actual being attached to her dad, or was that completely mental illness? Can you look deep into this?
There are multiple beings attached to him. Some have come and gone throughout his life. The big moment was in Harmons, Maryland.
Tell me about this.
He was repairing a radio, and there was a medium on the radio talking about how spirits move things in the space. And something in the space moved in a way that it shouldn't have. And in his moment of loneliness, and with a little bit of glib or sarcasm, he invited it in.
Okay.
And that has been a large part of his life. When the kids were young, though, kind of took a back seat. The energetics of the children made it uncomfortable. But there have been others.
So how did he, just so Jennifer can fully understand, how did he invite them in? Like, how does that happen? Why does it happen?
He was lonely. He was very lonely, very desperate, very angry at God. He grew up, being told that God loves you. And then when he saw really horrific things, he became angry at God. And he was looking for anything to really fill that space. So it was more for company than anything.
And who really was this being? And how exactly did it stay with him? Like, did it take up space? Was it just attached, or how did that work?
It was attached. It was in the home originally. It was in the space, the upstairs.
Oh, how was it there? Why did it get there?
It doesn't feel like there was any sort of tragedy that happened up there. I'm not seeing that.
Okay. But it just so happened to be there?
Yes. Oh,
And you,
it has something to do with somebody else in the family.
tell me about this.
My grandma? Um, it it feels like a combination of energies. I don't know.
Oh, okay, but it has something to do with her grandmother.
Yes.
I see. Would it have been possible for Jennifer's dad to release this being, or would it have been difficult?
I think it was supposed to be with him. It was in his plan for this to happen.
What is he learning from this?
I'm not, there's nothing.
Oh, okay, but it's just in his plan.
It, there's a big roadblock with this.
Oh,
I can't go into it.
okay. That's fine. Is there anything else that Jennifer needs to understand about this?
She knows it wasn't her fault. That none of these things were her fault.
Okay, good. Okay. Um, can you scan Jennifer's body and tell me how her body looks?
There is a heaviness in the chest.
Why? What's causing that?
It's your lungs. It's breathing. Mm.
Tell me more.
There's a fear to speak. There's a feeling of the breath never being deep enough.
What's the root cause of her fear of speaking? Where does this come from?
She wants to say from her voice being stifled, but it's beyond that. It's what she described earlier, the air being sucked out of the room. That it's not necessarily a speaking thing so much as it is a fear to move.
What does she need to understand about this, and what can she do?
She needs to, she needs to remember that she's protected. That even in those moments, even when she does come around those energies again, she's not in danger. She is protected.
Okay, that's really good to know. Well, what do you want to tell her about? Well, can you release this fear then? Or is there anything else she needs to understand about it?
Still sitting in her chest, but her breath is becoming deeper.
Oh, good. Since her breath is becoming deeper and she has awareness, can you release this fear for her since she got the message?
Yes.
Thank you. Let me know when you're done releasing it.
It's done.
Okay, great. Can you look deep into her implants? Is this something you want her to remove?
Yes. The human body is incredible at healing itself. And she really fears going under the knife. She was told a long time ago that every time you have surgery, you're taking a little bit more and more off of your lifespan.
Is this true?
It's not true.
Does
There's so much healing that the body is capable of doing.
Can she release that belief then, since she understands?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what do you want her to do about her implants? Does she need to remove them? Or is she fine without doing that?
She will feel better getting them removed.
When do you
She'll feel more whole in her own body.
Okay. When do you want her to do that then?
The surgeon told her within a year, but she has more time than that. It's not a rush thing. It's whenever she feels ready.
Oh, okay. Whenever she feels ready?
Yes.
Tell me about this.
With finances, she just started doing better financially, and she's learning and growing a lot with her relationship with finances. Integrating a lot more. She knows when I say Capricorn energy with it.
Okay, well,
and
she does. Go ahead. Sorry.
In time, she will feel more comfortable financially to follow through with the procedure.
Okay, but if she waits a while, could you protect her? Can you make sure it doesn't affect her negatively?
Yes, she is protected.
Okay. Okay, great. Well, that leads me to my next question. Where does her lifelong struggle with finances come from? What's the root cause of this issue?
There are many reasons for it, largely her relationship with her father being one. The example that her parents set for her religious upbringing, being told that rich people are bad. She knows this on a logical level, that that's not true. But she had that sitting in her subconscious for some time.
She's
moving away from it.
Has she learned all she needed to learn from this?
Yes.
Does she need this anymore? These beliefs anymore for any reason? Does she need it anymore?
No.
Oh, okay. Can you release this belief that's not serving her then, since she's aware?
Yes.
What are you doing to do that?
I showed her that it corresponds with her struggle to ask for what she wants, and that these things run hand in hand at this stage of her journey.
Okay, that's helpful. Why do so many of her friends, her loved ones, have severe mental health issues? Is there a bigger purpose for this? And what does this mean for her?
She's developing stamina around this. It's very alarming, and it's very uncomfortable for her. But seeing people in these different states opens up so much compassion for people in their varying levels of their journeys. This will play a role later.
What type of role will it play?
It will allow her to have the compassion that she needs to be able to handle or to be present for people who need it, in situations who need it, whether that be on the physical plane or on the spirit plane.
But why so many people around her, including her family? Why?
This was their way of processing the things that happened to them. And it seems like everybody is having a singular experience, or that they are all, in other words, like abandoning her for same reasons. But each of these individuals has their own varying experiences, varying circumstances that have led up to their struggles, and the manifestations of those struggles are varying to the degree of mental illness and or attachments. Some of them will recover. Some of them will do better, feel better. Others were just not meant to be in her life anymore. They were just meant to part ways. But despite their own singular experiences, it was allowing Jennifer to have more compassion, because she saw who the people were before these things happened. So she knew the beauty of each of these people, and to see how it's possible to be hurt so badly, to shift so much, but that good person is still in there. She did have to learn some lessons around, just because that person is still there does not mean that you need to allow yourself to continue to be hurt by that person. But this has added so much depth. This experience has added so much depth to her understanding.
Well, what about her? I mean, was concerned that maybe she was, in line to have mental issues too. What do you want to tell her about this?
She's not. There were moments that were really low, moments where she was on the brink of self-harm, but those were necessary for her to feel what it feels like, to understand how easy it is to fall into that space, and to feel how hard it is to crawl back out of it.
Okay. Let's see. Well, what about like her daughter? What do you want? How can she best support her daughter's growth and connection to spirit?
Doing really well. She speaks to her daughter as though she is another emotionally intelligent human. She doesn't speak to her daughter as though she's a child who doesn't understand anything. And as a result, Arya does have a deeper understanding of human dynamics in combination with what she already came to this earth with. She would benefit to be outside more.
Really?
Yeah, there is a purpose. Jennifer's really concerned about the electronic usage.
Wow, what do you want to tell her about this?
That it is okay. It needs to be balanced more. But that is where she finds her community. That's where she finds her friends. She doesn't know people like her in real life, in her day-to-day, but she did find them online, and they're good friends for her. There just needs to be more of a balance, even if she can go outside while she's talking to her friends. It would be helpful.
What would happen?
She would be more regulated emotionally and with her sleep. Although her sleep isn't really something to be concerned about.
What is happening? Why does she have issues with her sleep?
It seems to be with she's very sensitive to collective energetics. And at nighttime, the noise isn't quite as loud. And so she feels her most energetic at night. And even though it's not traditional, it is what works for her. And it does trouble Jennifer because Jennifer thinks it's unhealthy.
Well, what do you want to tell her? Is this okay or is it unhealthy?
It's okay to continue to encourage her to be more structured with her sleep routine, but allowing her to be up late, particularly on the weekends, is okay. In fact, it's a good time for her to be at peace. Continue to feed her healthy. Be mindful of her processed food intake. That will also help her.
Okay. What is her purpose in this life? Do you get a sense?
She's joining a group of other children her age that are here at this time to boost the energetics. It explains why she is so sensitive in large group settings or around large noises. She does get overwhelmed. She is a very sensitive child. So that sensitivity just needs to be facilitated in healthier ways or in additional healthy ways.
Like how? What could Jennifer do?
Like what was mentioned earlier.
Okay.
Just that
Just outside.
it's okay to, there was a concern that she was being spoiled or that she was just being pouty when she would have a meltdown in public spaces. And it was her being overwhelmed. And it is okay to continue to allow her to go sit in the car if she needs to sit in the car, or to retreat whenever she needs to retreat.
Okay.
And maybe provide creative outlets in those moments for her to retreat to.
Like what kind?
She loves to paint. She's very good with painting.
Okay.
Jennifer's struggling with this one because she's imagining paint in the car.
That's funny. Okay. So interesting. All right. Gosh, I just had a question about that and I forgot it. Maybe it'll come back to me. Well, how can, oh, her daughter, Jennifer was curious if her daughter likes other girls because of her past or if this is something that is real to her.
Oh, it's very real to her. It's also part of her mission in reframing the way society views gender norms and relationships. Her and other children her age are bringing in a new way of viewing these things, and Aria is a part of that.
Oh, that's so wonderful. How can Jennifer access more magic?
She also needs to get outside more. She moved to this space to really commune with the land as she sits in her apartment and isolates a lot. Finding the less trafficked areas would be really beneficial for her.
And is this how she can find more magic, access more magic, is by going to less traffic areas? Can you explain what she would need to do?
This would clear out a lot of the energetics that she carries around with her, that she collects. As she moves throughout her day, she's absorbing things from others. And she does a lot of rituals to cleanse those things. But most effective is going out into nature. Nature helps clear some of the deeper rooted things, not just the stuff floating around on the surface level. This will also help her with healing and moving any toxins out of her body.
Okay, but how does she actually get to connect more with magic?
The connection will happen naturally as she cleanses, as she spends more time doing the things that bring her joy, even if it's a little bit of a struggle at first to get out the door and go do the thing. It will benefit her and she'll feel so much better.
Hey, what is her connection to Avalon?
These are memories for her. She tries to hold back the tears because she wants to go back. She can feel it, what it felt like. There are so many different things, so many different entities, so many different beings, all not even just cohabitating, joyfully enjoying each other. And she misses that. She misses a clean environment. She misses healthy interactions that don't cause her fear. She's remembering.
It's wonderful. Is there anything else about this you want to tell her?
There was something about the connection in your book between the giant and the girl that really spoke to her.
Wow, what does she need to understand about this?
This has been a frequency for her through many lives of the separation. She feels a lot of sadness still with it, as though it has happened in this current life.
What does she need to understand about that?
There's beauty in it, particularly in the homecoming, in the reuniting. And when that does happen, it'll be so much more appreciated on such a depth that she can't comprehend.
When is this happening for her?
There will be an understanding later in her life. She will make the connection with this partner that she has, that there has been a separation of sorts or a distancing of sorts from a component of that person, more on the spiritual plane than in this physical one.
Hey, that's wonderful. How can Jennifer work with crystals in the way that the beings of Avalon and Egypt did?
When she has her travel to Europe, this will become more clear for her. When she does make it to Glastonbury, things will become more evident. Right now, her frustration has come from watching videos and absorbing so much information and none of it seeming to work. But the way that she's going to use things and the way that she's going to experience her gifts is not going to be the same way that is shown in her media.
What do you want to tell her about this? What can she expect then?
She's going to be very surprised, very pleasantly surprised.
Can you give her a time frame for when this will happen?
Within 10 years, I think the next 10 years for her are really going to shock her.
Any preview for this you can tell her? Sure, she's going to want to know.
She likes surprises, even though she says she doesn't.
Okay. But anything else you could tell her about this?
There will be travel, and travel will play a role in it. Not in the way that she's currently thinking.
In what way?
They're just not saying anything.
Oh, all right. When will she start traveling?
Within the next year.
Okay, cool. And you did say to go to Europe, but where should she look at going first?
Skye, the island of Skye, is
Okay.
significant for her.
Okay, cool. Okay. Wonderful. Um, how can she connect with her guides and see extra dimensional beings?
She's making progress towards that as she continues to spend time in nature and cleanse out some of the things that have been bogging her down. She's burning up on the inside right now.
What do you want to tell her?
It's being expedited.
Oh, okay. Oh, wonderful. Well, what happened? Why was she felt like she was really tuning in, and then COVID happened and she got the jab. Did
Yeah,
that?
the vaccine was a part of it, but there was so much more going on. That's also when she connected with her ex-husband, and there was a lot of emotional turmoil associated with that relationship that also kept her from feeling grounded. And there were a lot of lessons that she was moving through her system during that time as well. And some of that played a role.
Okay, well, does she need this anymore? Can you clear out anything that no longer serves her?
Yes, that's why she's on fire right now.
Oh, what are you doing?
We're cleansing it out. She needs to drink a lot of water after this.
Okay, great. And will you cleanse it all out for her? Is there anything she needs to worry about or follow up with or take anything?
There's nothing she needs to follow up with other than just she still needs to spend time in nature.
Okay. All right. Okay, great. Okay. Can you fully open up her gifts?
Some more, yes.
Thank you. What are you doing to do that?
I'm cleaning her pineal gland.
Great. Let me know when you're done doing that.
It will be an ongoing process. You can continue.
Oh, okay. All right. Is she involved in the hybrid project, or was that just her imagination?
She was. She can feel lower abdominal cramping at just the mention of it.
What does she need to understand about this?
She has no reason for guilt. They are well taken care of.
Where are they?
They're just watching from the other side, observing everything, learning.
Tell me about them.
They're very eager to see how everything plays out. Very excited.
How do they feel about her being a part of this hybrid project? What are their feelings? Do you get a sense?
Oh, they think it's cool. They're pretty excited about it.
What are they
She
excited?
carries guilt because she wasn't there with them to raise them like a human would, but they're very excited to be participating in this. They think it's cool that they have a human parent.
And are they aware of what they're participating in exactly?
Yeah, they are. I don't they don't have there's some piece of it that is not fully revealed, but the majority of it is.
What is the majority of it? Like, what is the purpose exactly?
Jennifer's brain is getting in the way.
What is the purpose of it?
Love, bringing more love in.
Where do they bring this love, though? Sorry, interrupt you.
It's distributing, it's spreading, it's a depth that wouldn't be achieved. They get the full range of human emotions because they are part human. And that is not something they would experience otherwise.
What is the other part?
That is not for now.
What do they look like?
They have really large almond-shaped eyes. Some are greenish yellow eyes, and they're different shades of greens and yellows, but they don't all look the same. They're all different, personality-wise and physically. They don't have hair.
Do they have any color to them?
Like a bluish hue. One of them actually has hair.
What does the hair look like?
It's a reddish brown color, but it's coming in unique patterns.
Like what?
Like mostly on top, but kind of parted a little bit too.
Wow. Well, is Jennifer's daughter part in extra dimensional?
Not in the same way. She does carry the genetics of extra dimensionals, and the others do see her as a sibling, but she's not the same.
Tell me
Her
more.
father played a role, and but the genetics of that egg was altered, but it was still a natural human birth.
Oh. Is there anything about this that you want to tell her?
No.
Okay. Was the dream real of Jennifer biting an alien? Was there a purpose for that dream?
It was real. Not so much of a purpose as it's an ongoing communication that she has. She just got to view that one. She got to maintain the memory.
Why?
She is feeling like there's a lack of magic in her life, and she starts to doubt that these things that she has experienced has really happened. And so by allowing her to have that memory, she was able to hold on to it and release a little bit more of doubt.
Oh, wow. Okay, wonderful. Huh. Okay. What should she do when she's lonely now?
She's not so much concerned with being lonely as she is concerned with controlling her impulses around being excited for connection. And she does not need to control that. She is encouraged to have excitement over connection. But she fears that excitement because she fears it puts her in a place to be vulnerable.
What do you want to tell her about this?
Excitement and the longing, she confuses those two or combines them. It's all part of the journey. It's part of the fun of it. And enjoy the feeling while it's there. Because then there will be another new feeling that she'll get to enjoy after. And she doesn't need to fear it.
Okay. Right. Great. Do you have any other advice for her about anything else at all that I didn't ask that you want to tell her?
She might have a little bit of a headache after this.
Why does she need this for any reason?
It was just part of the clearing process.
Great.
She can just drink water and she'll feel fine soon.
Okay, can you just clear the headache from her now? Can you relax or soften her head completely so that you can clear out any ache or pain if she doesn't need this for any purpose?
Yes, it's done.
Okay, great. Is there anything that you want to tell her about why you wanted her to have this session right now? Is there anything important that she should know about this?
The cleansing is a big part of this for her. She is coming into a lot of changes and things are really shifting for her. And understanding things from a different perspective will help her in moving forward. And this cleansing will also help her.
Oh, I'm so glad. Okay, wonderful. Is there anything about the 3i Atlas that you want her to understand? Anything at all about that that's important for her, or anything about upcoming events that would be important or interesting for her to know?
She'll be okay. She has a lot of fear in general around climactic events or big earth shifts. And she has prepped a lot, but she can let go of those fears. She has done it from a place of, I'm going to focus on the good while preparing for major shifts. But she doesn't need to prepare. She's taking care of where she's at.
Okay, and will there be major shifts? So will she experience a major shift?
There will be, but it will be similar to the hurricane, where it seems to be happening all around her.
What will be happening? I'm sure she's going to want to know.
This is bringing this, I think I'm fighting it.
Okay, well, you promise her she's okay, correct?
Yes, she's okay.
Okay, and will she experience any something devastating in her area? Or could you tell me a little more about what might potentially happen?
No, her area is safe.
What areas are not safe?
Coastal regions are going to continue to experience flooding.
Mhm.
She's watched houses being lost on the coast of North Carolina. There will continue to be more shifts with water in some places that are not anticipated.
Like where?
A lot in Europe. A lot. Something in the Indian Ocean. I think I'm fighting it again. It's not coming.
Okay. Is there anything you want to tell her so that she can feel fully supported and release this fear completely?
No, I think this was everything that she needed.
Okay, good. Okay, wonderful. Thank you so very, very much. Now I'd like to